presidential sweepstakes have boiled down to a two-man race between Reagan and Carter. But there are two young men in Wisconsin making a stretch-run bid for the White House on the Free Spirit Party.
I suppose it's kind of a mock on the whole political system. We think if there's a lot of political jokes out there, and the problem with them is they're getting elected. And we think that we can get elected too and kind of show them up a little bit, you know.
Like many Americans, Vinnie and Greg are nuts about America. Vinnie and Greg see themselves as liberals. Others see them as loonies. Conservatively, it can be said most of their ideas are more than moderately mad.
I think what we're going to do is, well, we're going to legalize some monopoly money and stuff like that, but basically, we're going to do away with inflation. We're going to make it unconstitutional. And with that, it'll be gone, and nobody will have to worry about it anymore.
We think that if people get sick, they should be deported.
How do Vinnie and Greg stand on gay rights?
Well, we're pretty close in that poster.
No, that's not true. No.
How do you work it? As far as having two presidents, that's a little unique. How do you work that? How are you going to work it out?
Good question. I would be president Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
And I'd be president on Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday.
And on Sunday, we don't get because we golf.
And then golf.
We golf and golf.
Ed Pierce, Vinnie and Greg's campaign manager, has devoted many long, lonely months analyzing the American political system and has finally hit upon a strategy destined to win the hearts of the American people.
Our theory is keep it simple, stupid. But we've got campaign headquarters in Indiana, Illinois, out east at West Point. We've got one West Point cadet that's heading an office for us. I think he's going to be court-martialed soon. But it's basically Midwest and the East. We don't have any offices in the West. They have their own bozos out there.
At a mass campaign rally on the University of Wisconsin campus, the presidential team of Vinnie and Greg attracted a cross-section of loyal supporters who came to hear their heroes give a soul-stirring speech.
You want an end to 18% inflation. A vote for free spirit is a vote for good government. We are the Free Spirit Party. Vinnie and Greg, vote for us or you're crazy, okay? Put government back on its feet. Vinnie and Greg in November. Remember, Tuesday, first Tuesday in November, vote Vinnie and Greg.
Moved and inspired, the loyal followers had nothing but praise for the dynamic duo.
After hearing the platform here, hey, you couldn't get me to vote for these people in a bet, and you couldn't pay me, or you wouldn't happen to have a check on you, would you?
My exposure to them has destroyed my interest not only in the presidency but in the food.
Part of Vinnie and Greg's Free Spirit platform calls for expanding the ERA to include animals. And in Wisconsin, no one appreciates a good line of bull more than a cow.
Cut 'em out! Ride 'em in! Cut 'em out! Cut 'em in raw!
Come on, don't run away from us. You gotta hear about our defense policy. We can help you.
Vinnie and Greg spend much of their time on the campaign trail roaming around in cow pastures throughout Wisconsin. They're here to pick up important dairy delegates. Unfortunately, most of these grassroots supporters find them utterly ridiculous. Sooner or later, they wind up putting their feet in their mouth. But out here, you never want to put your foot in your mouth after you've stepped in it.
Ride 'em in raw!
You can tell Vinnie and Greg are bona fide presidential candidates. They've learned how to be late for local TV interviews. But once they've taken their places on set and the studio cameras start to roll, Vinnie and Greg turn on the old campaign charm and speak openly about many of the critical issues facing America.
I've been working on defense policy ever since the campaign started.
To use Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, because Vinnie probably doesn't agree with it.
Well, I don't know. He probably wouldn't. He's the conservative, as you remember.
We don't agree on anything.
My defense policy basically is that we'd start out with a zone, and then if their guards start shooting a little better, we'll go to a box and one. And that should take care of it right there.
Has your platform changed at all? I'm wearing tennis shoes today.
In the months prior to the November election, Vinnie and Greg have been campaigning round the clock.
Why do you want to run for president?
Because it's better running than running from the cops, you know.
Each night, find new ways to convince people to vote.
More of those things. Short hair and a brush haircut. Thank you, sir. And thank you very much. And
Short hair and sneakers, right?
Yeah, got it.
We got your vote?
You got my vote.
Sometimes they'll drop everything in order to get a vote.
We don't care because we aren't going to be caught with our pants down.
No, don't run for me.
Yes, sir.
You got my vote. All right.
We got their vote.
I like you
All
saying
right.
on pornography and hookers. You got my vote.
right.
What about yours? You got yours?
Got my vote, too.
Got them all.
Next presidents,
we're going to put them in wax.
you know what it is that? And recycle them.
Yeah. They come out every 5 years as a new model.
Do we have?
How's that?
Like most politicians, Vinnie and Greg talk a lot and then say nothing. It's a good bet they won't make the White House in November, but unlike the other candidates, they're having the time of their lives trying.
I think we can do it.